There's a very interesting word in the English vocabulary. And when you prefix that word in front of any word, it will just snatch away the importance of the second word. Any guesses? All right. Let me tell you, I'm talking about the word just. So it's like, if I'm cracking a joke on someone and that person takes an offense, then I can always escape by saying, oh, come on, it was just a joke. All right. So there are many things wherein, you just put the word just and the second word literally loses its importance, or it's like it just reduces its kind of the impact the second word can have on anyone or any situation. Why I'm talking about this is because it's very much relevant to today's topic. Many a times, as homemakers, when we interact with people outside, and if that's a new acquaintance, and the person asks, do you do job, do you go for a job? And usually most of us, we answer or we reply saying that no, I am just a homemaker. Do you understand how we are snatching away the importance of what we are all on our own by using that one word, just? So always be conscious that whenever anyone asks you as to, whether you go for a job or are you doing a job, please, with complete pride, as a homemaker, you can always say, of course, I have a job, and that is of being a homemaker. Never use the word just, because it literally snatches away the importance of being a homemaker. And in today's video, I would like to emphasize on the point that we need to attach the importance of being a homemaker, and only then our job will be truly respected. And as I always say, validation, of course, is important. Who doesn't like, being appreciated? But then I'm not saying that let's do everything for the sake of validation, or let's do everything for the sake of appreciation. Let us not fish for compliments over here, and let's do our job. And it becomes very important that we attach the importance to our job. So, yes, in today's content, let us touch on this very sensitive subject as to how do we add that kind of importance to our job as a homemaker. Hi, I'm Vaishnavi, and my channel is all about homemaking motivation. And in my channel, I not only do contents regarding, organization and cleaning of the house, but I also talk a lot about the mental health of us homemakers. So if you are new to my channel and you like such kind of contents, then please do consider to subscribe to my channel. And if you're already part of this beautiful community of homemakers, then please welcome back to the channel. So without any further ado, let us get into today's topic. I firmly believe that the kind of intentions that I carry about myself matters the most, rather than what the other person thinks about me or whatever I'm doing in life. So yes, we need to have that sense of respect, and we need to attach that importance to our job as a homemaker. And the first and foremost thing is that let's stop victimizing ourselves, just because maybe sometimes we give an excuse that, oh, although I have done so much in terms of my educational qualification, but since I had to take care of kids and I had to actually dedicate myself towards the home, so I gave up on my career and I chose to become a homemaker. Or sometimes we get into this kind of victim mindset that, am I working like a maid all day long? I am the maid of this house. Such kind of thoughts really linger on our mind, and we kind of get so consumed with such thoughts, forgetting the fact that we are degrading our own job. maybe it's like, without our knowledge, but yes, we are doing that. So consciously, let us stop victimizing our own role in our own lives, right? It becomes very important as to how I view my job in my eyes. So when I say I'm a homemaker, no matter what is the reason that I have chosen to be a homemaker, I should always wake up with the pride that yes, I chose this job for myself, and I should not live in a victim mentality that since I did not have any options, since I had to sacrifice my career for the home, or maybe any reason, let's not get into it. Because the more we get into such kind of thought process, we only decrease our own value in our own eyes. And if we are not respecting ourselves enough, or if we are not respecting our job enough, then how can we expect the same kind of respect that we have in our mind, that others can give us? It is not possible unless we recognize the importance of our jobs as homemakers. So yes, I would love to emphasize on this point that let's get out of this kind of victim mindset, and with complete pride, let's just make it clear that yes, I have chosen to be a homemaker. This is my conscious choice, and I love to be a homemaker. That is when you will start attaching the kind of importance that your job deserves. The first and foremost thing that we need to do as homemakers is consider your role as a proper job. Yes, usually we make this mistake. We say that okay, fine, I'm staying at home. I'm a stay at home mom. I look after my kids. I look after my home. So usually we get into this kind of mindset that no, this is not a job. It is just that I'm staying at home. This is a kind of self conversation sometimes we get into, which in my view is very dangerous for our own self image. So, first and foremost thing, as I said, we need to consider our role as a homemaker as a proper job. Yes, I need to consider that homemaking is a job. So, when I say it is a job, now I can have the comparison done between the corporate job or any other profession for that matter, and the job that I have taken up. So when we see the other jobs, various other jobs like profession, corporate jobs, or whatever, so whether it is a corporate job or any other profession for that matter, we notice one thing that just by getting a set of educational qualification, or some master degree or something, and you get into a job, that's not done. Your journey doesn't end over there. If you have to climb up the career ladder, it's very important that you keep upgrading your skills, right? You need to always be on, you have to set yourself on a journey wherein you're constantly learning new things in that profession. So any job for that matter, you cannot just say that okay, I'm well qualified for this, I don't have to study anymore, or I don't have to upgrade my skills. If that is a kind of mindset, then obviously you will be out of this, you know the job, or whatever the career ambitions or whatever you have, you will not be able to fulfill it to that extent. So it becomes very important that you upgrade your skills whenever you are in any kind of job. And yes, as I said, homemaking is a job, and we as homemakers have to upgrade our skills. So when it comes to organizational skills, when it comes to cooking skills, we should always be on a lookout that I don't have to stay stagnant with whatever knowledge I have. I need to constantly upgrade myself. There are so many articles, blogs, so many things going on the social media, wherein they share so much about the organizational skills that we can have at home. So I need to upgrade myself in that sense, and I need to keep my house in a way that my loved ones will have a wonderful day, or they can have the comfort of having everything at ease. So I need to be constantly upgrading myself in terms of the organizational aspect of the house, in terms of cooking. That is when I will be adding the importance to my job as homemaker. Yes, always keep in mind that homemaking is a job, and when you keep that kind of attitude towards your role as a homemaker, you will always be very keen, you'll be very eager to keep upgrading your skills so that you'll be a better homemaker on every day, and you wake up with the pride that yes, I learned something new and I am going to benefit from that, and my house is going to get benefited from my upgraded skills. As homemakers, we sometimes have this kind of inferiority complex that, oh, I do not earn money. I do not have my own income to contribute for the family. Although I have taken the homemaking as a job very consciously, but at the end of the day, the fact remains that no, I am not earning any extra income to support my family. Now there are families wherein the financial condition is not in a way that you also have to contribute, which is kind of very it becomes mandatory to some ladies, and maximum respect to those ladies who are able to manage both the work at home and also bringing income to support their families. Or even otherwise, it can be a conscious choice for many of the ladies who will say, I don't want to give up on my career, I will continue being a homemaker, of course, but then I will also take up some corporate job, or I'll be in my profession and I'm going to continue growing in my career. And this is such a wonderful thing. If you're able to manage, then nothing like it. But there are some ladies who would want to just, consciously, completely dedicate themselves for the job of homemaking, which is again a conscious choice, right? So when I talk about having that kind of complex, which many of us sometimes become in that zone, we feel that, oh, anyway, I am not contributing anything monetarily for this family. So that is when we need to realize one thing, that every penny saved is every penny earned, right? So as a homemaker, if my conscious choice or if my situation is in a way that I really cannot afford to go outside for a 9 to 5 job, and I have to be confined to the home making tasks and I have to take care of the house and kids, then in that case we also need to have a one conscious thought during the process of being a homemaker, and that is, I need to learn the art of budgeting. Yes, the income is there, and the kind of expenditure, whatever is there, everything is right in front of you. But if you are not wise enough to manage your finances as a homemaker, then it will kind of take away the importance of being a homemaker, and it will not really earn respect for you in the eyes of others. You might have to face comments like, oh, she's not able to manage her finances, she's not able to manage her house. So, as a homemaker, if you really want to attach the kind of importance as a homemaker for your job and your role, then it is very necessary that you learn the skill of budgeting. And when I say budgeting, it includes everything. When it comes to groceries, you need to be conscious about how much you are spending, and you need to be really, really wise that you are spending at the right, places, and not just hoarding things at home, because that again, as I said, will snatch away the importance of you being a homemaker, a good homemaker rather. So yes, budgeting becomes very important for me as a homemaker. And when I say budgeting, it also includes the shopping. Sometimes we do mindless shopping as homemakers, although we do not really require a particular thing, but then it's so commercialized and there are so many ads going on, floating around, and we get attracted and we just bring it home. So as a homemaker, make a conscious choice of not doing such mistakes and staying on a budget. That will really add importance to your job in the eyes of others as well, and you yourself will feel so good. So yes, minimalism is the mantra. Always have minimalism in your head, that as a homemaker, let me achieve minimalism in every aspect of homemaking. And one quick tip: whenever you feel like shopping, just give it a break. The thought, like all of a sudden I'll get a thought, oh, that is so wonderful, so pretty, let me get it. When you get such a thought, just wait for at least one day, at least one day. Believe me, it works. Because sometimes we have this impulsive craving for shopping. So if I wait for that one day and I really make a conscious choice and I really think about it, do I really need it? At least one day will solve the problem for us, and it will stop us from doing impulsive shopping. So all these things, if we master over all such, you can call them skills. Budgeting is of course a skill, and managing your finances as a homemaker is of course a skill. So when you master such kind of skill, believe me, you'll be so satisfied by the end of the day. And also when it comes to meal prep, budgeting in my opinion is very important. And always make a conscious choice that yes, I need to save money, I need to have the wisdom not to just mindlessly just spend the money where it is not required. I need to be very wise to regulate my expenditures, and that of course will add importance to you as a homemaker. Many of us think that we are giving excuses to ourselves, and not just us, our loved ones or maybe our friends also may feel that although she has a capacity to have the kind of income that is coming from outside, she can manage it, but still she is confining herself to the job of homemaking, and she is closing the doors of all these opportunities wherein she can actually go out and make some income for herself. So this happens. Most of us, we are questioned in that way, or maybe we question ourselves, saying that, am I really so tied up that I cannot afford to go for a 9 to 5 job, although I am so well educated and having the kind of educational qualification that it requires to have that kind of income, the extra income for my family? End of the day, we need to realize one thing, that whenever a person is making a conscious choice, obviously that person has gone through all the pros and cons, and then end of the day, that person has come to a conclusion and makes a conscious choice of either confining themselves to the homemaking tasks, or trying to accommodate themselves and playing various roles. So in spite of being a homemaker, in spite of confining yourself towards this kind of job which requires to be within the four walls, we need to understand one thing, that it is not difficult to monetize our homemaking skills. Yes, it's possible that I can be my own boss and I don't have to go for a 9 to 5 job. As a homemaker, if I'm wise enough, I will think of opportunities wherein I can monetize my homemaking job. Why not? And in this era of social media, there are so many opportunities wherein I can showcase my skills and actually monetize my skills. Let us take the example of YouTube itself. If you have a particular talent, or if you have something that's in you which you want to, spread the word to the world, or if you want to make a significant change in your own way with your own thoughts, then YouTube is such a beautiful platform wherein you can do that. And not just doing that, you will also get it monetized. So yes, there are many opportunities wherein as a homemaker I can monetize my homemaking skills. And if I'm good at cooking, then I can have my own channel. I can have reels on Instagram, on Facebook. There are so many opportunities wherein I can showcase my skill. And not just that, I can be so happy promoting my own hobby, my own passion, and in return getting it monetized as well. Who doesn't want this kind of opportunity, right? So it's not like just because you're a homemaker and you have to confine yourself with the thought that okay, fine, I cannot. kind of bring that kind of income, the extra income for my house. It's always possible. If you're wise enough, you can monetize your homemaking skills. So when you think of monetizing your homemaking skills, that is when it is a step towards attaching more importance towards your homemaking job. So think about it. There is always an opportunity to grow as an individual and as a homemaker. So, this was my point of view on this particular subject. And yes, it is really important that we attach importance to our job as a homemaker. And I hope you liked today's content. And if yes, then please do consider to hit that like button down there. And I will be waiting for your precious feedback in the comments below. I would love to read it and reply back. So please take care of yourself until next time, and happy homemaking.